to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is
Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Cincinnati Bengals. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Andy Dalton set to lead out this Bengals offense at the controls for the 9th year. The man out of TCU. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. He completes it to Boyd. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. Tried to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And able to find Green. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The connection since 2011, Dalton to Green for a Bengal first down. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Jet sweep, Boyd with it. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Open man is Uzama. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Andy Dalton. And Eifert has it. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Dalton to his big target, Eifert, for the Cincinnati first. Dalton going to break the huddle, come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's the 6th-round pick from Oklahoma, Rodney Anderson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Got his man, it's Eifert. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Dalton going to break the huddle, come up 1st and 10. And he's up to 7 for 7 now on this drive alone. To throw here, Dalton. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Now the first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And here he'll get it down to the 7. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. If they keep doing that in the 4th quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. A lot of people felt Johnson was a little misused during what was a disappointing 2018. 940 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Great for most, but not the season Johnson was hoping for. And he said this offseason there are a lot of good running backs. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker Mason Foster. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Bernard. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On the toss, Bernard. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. 3rd down from the gun. Dalton nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take them to 4th down.
I'm not so crazy about where they decided to run that play, but I like the play itself because if you continue to run it and show it, you're going to create openings that you hope to exploit later in the game.
Fielded at about the 28. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run, 47 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. He gets this one to Boyd. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. His pass caught at the 4. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This will be taken in at the 1. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Murray now on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. 1st down, Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. As it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Murray going to throw. It's complete to the tight end Clay. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Charles Clay, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A reminder about Sunday Night Football later tonight. It's a rematch from the divisional round last year, Colts and Chiefs from Arrowhead. Then tomorrow on Monday night, the Browns and 49ers from Levi's Stadium, where the Browns already playing their 3rd primetime game in the season's first 5 weeks. Tackle made there by Mason Foster. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Murray now on first down. Going deep for his tight end, Clay. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Mason Foster. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The tackle is made by Rodney Gunter.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
What we got? Check.
On first down, Bernard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. Passing, it's Dalton. This is caught, it's Boyd. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Come on, fellas.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Murray again, 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Demir Bird, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Able to find Isabella. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line. Now Murray. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
This one caught by Isabella. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 26. Murray now, 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10. Man open right side, it's the tight end Clay. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
From the 27, Dalton. And the catch good. It's Eifert. That one a first down pickup of 8.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Mike 58 right there. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 41, Dalton. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Dalton's pass complete to Green, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A draw play, Bernard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll run again with Bernard. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellows up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, Bernard. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At this stage, this drive's got to be touched. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. That's caught at the 2. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll run it with Johnson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it third and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They run. It's Johnson. He's fighting, but they're not going to let him in. Stopped at the 2-yard line. Johnson kept out of the end zone on 4th down, and the Bengals are going to get the football back. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On second down now, Bernard. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Just like that. Just like that.
Again, here's Bernard. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On the return is Peterson. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Kyler Murray now in the Cardinal offense. Down by 13, 57 seconds to go. To throw is Murray. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Geno Atkins in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. After the sack on 1st down, Murray, he'll run it, and he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Murray with a 3rd and long. Dumping it off for Johnson. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down. Murray, one final try. And that will be incomplete. as time has run out on this football game. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Cincinnati, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take on